Welcome back, everyone. This is J7Jace bringing you the cool encounters on Lenalian Plateau in chapters 1, 2, and 3. So in chapter 1, which I'm kind of digressing, last upload I was like, we're done with chapter 1, but not quite yet. So you can actually encounter a dragon in this area, not in any of the other areas, and they can hit pretty hard, and it's just cool to see one. So if you really want to entice one and bring it to battle with you versus Wheatgraph or even Argath, here's the place. Just it's a bit hard because our MA stats can be pretty low, and the Zodiac compatibility, like, it's better to have a good for a better chance. So just showing that here. Now, the guy did say you can also encounter, what was it, like a white mage or time mage and like night here in chapter 1, something like that. But I've been repeating this area in battle multiple times and have not seen it. Spent over 3 hours, and I've triggered like everything besides that, so to me it's a bust personally. But I'm going to show what chapters 2 and 3 will feature in another part, in a later part of this video. So I'm just showing you how you want to tackle this one. So I'm using the typical Knight, Monk, and the Black Mage. Like, if you're having difficulties in chapter 1, just look at the damage of that Thundara. Amazing. And Black Goblins, even though I don't consider goblins, I consider them actually some of the weaker monsters. The Black Goblins can hit pretty hard. Like, they're deceptively strong in terms of their damage, so just be extra careful. And their spinning back fist of doom works around Shida Hadori, so whoever says Shida Hadori or Blade Grasp is overpowered, insanely broken, there are some abilities that work around it, and you gotta be careful with it. But in certain situations and in a good number of fights, yes, it is. And unfortunately, my knight misses there with his attack. But we have Ramza, and he's gonna just take on that dragon. 42, no counter. And let's see what the Black Mage can do. There's Sydney again, so we're gonna see just a little bit more of her. Because in my chapters 2 to 3 battles, I'm gonna just feature the most popular Final Fantasy characters of all time. So if you watch that video, you know who I'm gonna feature. And let's see what that goblin does. That's 2 HP. You know, I said they did good damage, but that spin punch hit kind of like a wet noodle for 15. I blame the bravery stat or the zodiac sign on that one. There was Ramza using focus. So, and there's Sylvanas. That Chocobo's name is Sylvanas, like Sylvanas Windrunner from Warcraft 3 or the World of Warcraft. Probably one of the more popular characters. But I'm sorry, Sylvanas, you're going down. Chocobo goes bye-bye. It's that Choco Cure. It's annoyingly strong. It survives with 1 HP. Oh my goodness. 2 and 1, man. So those points can make a huge difference. So this battle just goes to show you that 1 is a difference. And you can encounter a dragon here in chapter 1 if you really want to entice it and bring it with you. Now for this fight, we will encounter a time mage, and it says that it was possible in chapter 1, but again, I never saw it. So in chapters 2 and 3, Human enemies are a lot more common. And there's the Time Mage. That's who I wanted to see. So again, not the most threatening if the fate stat is low. Usually Time Mages will just cast haste. Like, yeah, his fate stat's pretty low, and he's a Taurus, but if he has something devastating like, you know, slow, stop, or immobilize, he can do work on Ramza. As you see, he has 94 faith and he's a Capricorn. That Time Mage is a Taurus, so he's gonna get compatibility, and with Ramza's high faith, he can do a lot of things magic wise. But the haste does go off on him. But yeah, the other enemies here, the squid guys, the black goblins, they're pretty typical and common. Like, even in chapter 4, you'll see more human enemies, but they're still sort of rare. And let's see if Northwind Strike can get this black goblin. And no, but he is in critical. And there's a level up for Evilisa's next top model. And he has potion, so again, the 30 is not going to do much. Like, I mean, I love Final Fantasy Tactics with all my heart, and I will say, oh, look at that damage. 468 goblins are weak to ice, and my Ramza has double hand. But I do feel like some abilities could be better. Like, you know, you're in chapter 4 and someone just uses a potion, like X potion and elixirs. That's what I like about the Unreal mod. Like, you're gonna see some pretty cool late game abilities. Like, the scaling's a bit better when it comes to that. And they're just ganging up on her, man. They want her autograph or something, or they're trying to force it out of her. But the Soulbind doing some work, and that they're in a position to eat a juicy Hollowed Bolt. So even the Time Mage too. So there we go. And she also has the Defender Knight Sword. And I'm just gonna wait there to conserve CT. So sometimes waiting is better than moving out of harm's way. It depends on the battle or situation. But yes, you can encounter Time Mage here, which I think is the cool part about this place. So that's why you see the dragon and the Time Mage in the thumbnail. So if you're in the earlier parts of the game, chapters 2 and 3, and you want to see Time Mage just because, or maybe try and learn some of their abilities, here is where you can encounter one. Just go from the magic city of Garland and go up to the Lenalian Plateau, and you're good to go. And these are the cool encounters in chapters 1, 2, and 3. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time with more FFT videos. Take care.